Yo! What up, Bashers? New video, a new day. It's been a while. I was going through a bunch of Megadeth material because I'm going to be redoing the Dave Mustaine lead guitar and other techniques video pretty soon. And I came across some details in my live footage perusing that I figured would be helpful to people trying to learn the title track off of the first record, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, particularly this one little riff. So quick, short, and sweet video on the multiple different ways and the way that Dave plays, or two different ways I've seen Dave play this particular riff. I'm sure you know the one, that one, a little sloppy, but there's a bunch of different ways to do this one. I've seen a lot of people covering it played a bunch of different ways. Let's start off with the authentic way Dave did it back in the day. So we're thinking generally in this minor pentatonic here on the A string. I'm sorry about the glare. I'll just have to get real close. On the A string on the 4th fret. And you have this kind of 4-note or 2-note chuggy sort of thing. And the tricky part for most people is that next switch we're going to the 7th fret on the low E and getting back there really quickly. That's hard for a lot of people. I'm going to give you an alternative way to do it later that might make that easier, but for now we're doing the Dave way. So it's... You're going to stretch up for that next note. You're going all the way up to 9. So it would be now, right? And then this little lick, which I think goes as follows. You're on the D string, and it is going to be 4, 5, 4, 2. First note is picked, the rest is legato. Then a pull off from 4 to 2 on both strings, the D, and then back to the A. Right? And then 2 muted 4 to 2s, and a slide back from 3 to 2 on the low E. So that whole lick together, slightly slower pace, front to back. Right? So front to back that way, the Dave way. Sorry, I'm going back in the way that I like to do it. Shoot. It's not an easy way to do it, having that jump there. That little jump. Not very easy. So now here's my method, which is sort of different. The way I prefer to do it, or I did it for a decent amount of time, I switch between these two ways, is I do a string skip to get that note instead of going up there. So now I have like a 4th thing going on to get that note instead of stretching up. And I do this lick like that. Hammer on pull off, upstroke, down, up, down, slide. Because I like picking that sort of pattern. I love that sort of way of doing licks. You can carry it through scales and stuff. I've done that so much. I'm not more accustomed to that. I can do both ways, but it feels more comfortable to do that way. But I think recently I've started not doing that string skippy thing for this note, and I've started staying here. So that's the way that I do it sometimes. Now I feel like the way that might be easiest for most people would be not to keep it in this position, but to do it up here. So it would be now, right? So you're starting with this ring finger note, same note your pointer finger would be, but now your ring finger. And instead of going up with the pinky, you're going across to the 2nd fret on the D string for that note. And then now, all this is now is a pointer finger movement instead of a reaching back here. So then that would become a fourth bar over. Again, I'm sorry about the visibility of this, but you're just going to have to use your ears and trust yourself. And then you're right in position for that lick right there, so you don't have to do that hop like you would like that. You can just do it up here. Right? So those are different ways, and you can mix and match the different parts. Like maybe if you feel more comfortable with this way of playing the lick like I do, you could switch up after this one. So like that, if you feel so inclined. And I think after Dave had his hand injury and tried to play this song again, instead of doing it... Sorry, I did that lick my way. That way, he instead kept it up there. Well, down there, I guess, whatever way you want to look at it. But yeah, so it's very tricky, but as long as you have the right amount of downstrokes and upstrokes, you should really be able to play it all of these different ways, because all of the strings transitions, except for, I guess, the little lead lick thing, happen after upstrokes, because it's all two notes, you know, it's like a double picky sort of thing, like a Randy Rhoads, something, you know, of that nature, where your upstrokes are coming away from the strings and letting you go wherever you want to. That's fours, but like, right? You do like, it should be very easy for you to carry picking two notes per note of a pentatonic scale, or really any scale. And any ordering, really. You know. But this is a good riff to learn that. So, again, the Dave way. I'm kind of sloppy at that one. My way. And then the easier way. A bunch of different ways to make it work. And I'm really tired. My body's all out of shape from going to a show, so I'm not in the best playing condition, but we got there in the end. So, yeah. Those are my little tips and tricks for this pretty difficult lick, and I hope you enjoyed it. And be looking forward to my full redo, recap, and actually like more professional video on Dave Mustaine, lead guitar, riff writing, all that stuff. We're going to be going over the whole shebang. And then shortly after that, I think I'm going to be doing a Gary Holt lead guitar style video. So I think those will do pretty well. I hope people like those. So listen to metal, play metal, be metal. Take a guitar pick. Peace.